MFA updates.
Hello, good morning. Welcome to MFA Update. This is a weekly program where we talk about Thailand's foreign affairs and activities. And you're here with me, Grace Nishaka Phumi. For this week's edition, we have Kun Nadariya Nopakun Phromyothi, Director of the Latin America Division from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, to share with us about the BCG economy, pathways to enhance partnerships between Thailand and Latin America and the Caribbean.
The foreign affairs that matter. Special guests from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. This is the MFA Updates.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Nadariya Nopakun Phromyothi. I am the Director of Latin America Division of the Department of American and South Pacific Affairs of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs.
All right. So I would like you to talk about the partnerships between Thailand and Latin America and the Caribbean, and especially why it has to be Latin America, please.
Okay, thank you. Welcome, Grace. Let me introduce you to the Latin America and Caribbean region. It comprises of 33 countries spanning from Mexico in North America to Argentina and Chile in the southern tip of South America. There are all sorts of climates and land formations along the way, such as the arid desert of the Atacama Desert in Chile and the snowy mountain ranges of the Andes. In terms of people, Latin America's population is very varied due to its history, which includes encounters between the Europeans, indigenous peoples, and Africans. The majority of people in Latin America speak Spanish, with Portuguese being their second most spoken language. The population of the Latin American and Caribbean countries is over 660 million people, which is about 8.2% of the global population. It accounts for about 6% of the world's GDP, and despite the pandemic, COVID pandemic, its economy is rebounding. This year, 2023, it's expected that the regional GDP will grow by 2.2%. Now, Latin America and the Caribbean, it's a continent of rich resources. They have an abundance of raw materials like fishery products, papers, pulps, precious stones, as well as deposits of minerals like lithium, copper, oils, which are crucial for our economy. And moreover, the majority of the countries in the region are business-friendly. Their governments work hard to provide a stable economic environment and incentives to attract foreign investment. So, taking into consideration the above-mentioned factors, the region is certainly an interesting market for Thailand, not only for our imports, but also for our exports and investment. In 2022, trade between Thailand and the Latin American countries was valued at $16.9 billion, an increase of about $1 billion from the previous year, which demonstrates the potential for trade and investment growth between Thailand and the Latin American Caribbean region. So this year onwards, we expect to continue the growth in trade volume between our two sides. But to achieve this goal, Thailand counts on existing mechanisms to promote trade and investment with the Latin American countries. I would like to highlight that we have free trade agreements that Thailand has with right now with Chile and with Peru. There are also the mechanisms of the Thai Latin America Business Association, as well as the Chambers of Commerce with the Latin American countries, such as the Chambers of Commerce with Brazil and with Mexico. So despite the geographical distance and the language barriers, there are similarities between Thailand and the Latin American countries. So in terms of our people, we cherish the values of family and community. Our peoples on both sides are friendly and lively. We enjoy socializing. In terms of development, the countries in the Latin American region are considered emerging nations like Thailand. Tourism and hospitality are parts of the main drivers for Thailand and the Latin American Caribbean economic development. And so, working towards recovery from the COVID pandemic, Thailand and Latin America share the need to continue dynamic, inclusive, and sustainable growth. Against this backdrop of a changing global financial and security landscape and the degradation of the environment, as you know, Thailand has adopted the biocircular green economy, also known as the BCG, as our national agenda. And the summit theme of our APEC chairmanship, as you know, we also adopted the BCG as a theme. So this approach addresses the existing socioeconomic and environmental vulnerabilities, and at the same time, it leads to a more inclusive, balanced, and sustainable recovery. So meantime, in the pursuit of the mainstream green economy emerging from the UN conference in Rio in 2012, the Latin American countries have advocated the bioeconomy of using industry inputs from renewable biological resources and biotechnology applications, as well as the circular economy of producing new feedstock that reduces waste and generates zero waste. So, testimonies of their commitment towards a dynamic, inclusive, and sustainable growth. You can witness that with Chile's policy. They have a policy of using green hydrogen and applying the turquoise diplomacy about the oceans and terrestrial ecosystem. There is also Panama's policy of blue economy regarding the use of ocean resources. Brazil has a policy of green growth, and Argentina has green jobs, just as a few examples. So, with all of this in mind, we thought it would be very useful to organize a session to find out exactly what the Latin American and Caribbean countries are doing in their countries about the concept of the BCG. So, as we in the Foreign Affairs, we've been organizing a series of seminars on the Latin American countries. It was logically the next step to set up a seminar series on this topic with the embassies of the group of Latin American and Caribbean countries in Thailand.
I see that you have mentioned about the BCG seminar, a series of seminars. So could you briefly tell us about the BCG seminar on the 24th of March, please?
Well, bearing in mind this importance that Thailand and the Latin American countries attach to the concept of BCG, as well as our cooperation in this field, we in the Foreign Affairs have organized the third Thailand, Latin American, and Caribbean seminar series, which is entitled Biocircular Green Economy, Pathways to Enhanced Partnership between Thailand and Latin America and the Caribbean, as you said, on the 24th of March this year. The seminar was in a hybrid format with collaboration from the 9 Latin American and Caribbean countries who are in Thailand. Namely, we have Argentina, Brazil, Chile, Colombia, Cuba, Guatemala, Mexico, Panama, and Peru. And also, on that day, we were honored by Kun Pontimon Kanchanalak, the advisor to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, who delivered a keynote speech to begin our seminar. We were also lucky to have Kun Sandy Hanutsaha. She is a freelance news presenter of the Public Relations Department to moderate for us. So the seminar itself is comprised of 2 thematic panel discussions. The first panel discussion, it was entitled Business Outlook, How the Latin American and Caribbean Countries are Transitioning and Adopting Policies that are Environmentally Friendly and Sustainable, which in Thailand is also known as the BCG economy. In this first seminar, we had ambassadors and representatives of those Latin American countries' embassies in Bangkok presenting their economic development policy that aligns with our BCG economy. And the embassies also showcased their success stories, focusing on the transition to the adoption of technology and innovation in order to generate growth with the sustainable and eco-friendly use of natural resources. So as an example, the Embassy of Brazil, Brazil highlighted their joint venture plan between Braskem. It's a company of Brazil, which is the largest in biopolymer producer, producing biopolymer plastic. Braskem has a joint venture plan with the SCG Chemicals to develop bioethylene in Thailand. And as for the Embassy of Mexico, they were talking about investing in sustainable agroforestry and the construction of wetlands to clean wastewater in Mexico. Guatemala has a project to implement a satellite system for monitoring palm oil plantation and sugar production, and this is to prevent deforestation. As for Chile aims to promote the utilization of energies of the future in their country, especially green hydrogen. And the ambassador of Argentina, he highlighted that Argentina has a potential cooperation with Thailand in lithium-ion batteries production. Yeah, and as for the ambassador of Peru, she presented us with the Peruvian company called Ajetai. It's a non-caffeine beverage producer that supports local farmers in Samut Sakhon in the production of coconut flowers, and they make very nice drinks out of it. The ambassador of Colombia highlighted the preservation of biodiversity in the Colombian Amazon region. This is done through their green industrial policy. And also the ambassador of Panama informed us that her country has a policy to advance the country to become the world's leadership in blue and green economy development model. So that was the first panel with the embassy's presentation. The panel discussion 2 of the seminar is entitled Looking Beyond Challenges. How can Thai businesses utilize the BCG economic model to enhance Thailand, Latin America, and the Caribbean partnership? Yeah, and this features representatives from the Thai business community. Let me just go through quickly. The leading businessmen include Dr. Sawanit Bunyasuwat. She is on the working team of the BCG model of the Federation of Thai Industries. And she's also the Vice President of Corporate Sustainability at the PTT Global Chemicals. We had Dr. Chanin Chalisarapong, the President of the Thai Tuna Industry Association and the Thai Pet Food Trade Association. We had Kun Niwat Piwatananon, who is the Chief Technology Officer of SCG Chemicals. Kun Ravi Bunsinsuk, the Executive Vice President of Innovation and New S-Curve Business Development of Bangchak Corporation. We have Kun Chalampon Lotharak Hong, who is the Managing Director and owner of BT Garments. And last but not least, Kun Nopakun Tesha Phangam. He is the founder and CEO of a Circularity Company, which is a startup under the trademark Non. So these business leaders discussed perspectives on the BCG-related business models and strategies, including their experiences, their success stories, their challenges, and initiatives to develop new technologies and innovations for transforming into a sustainable organization. More important to us, actually, they identified the opportunities for the Thailand, Latin American, and Caribbean countries, collaboration on the BCG-related industries. Also, in the seminar, we had a business fair. It's a mini business fair. It's not a large one. We had 25 booths from the Latin American embassies and also from the leading private enterprises from Thailand and the Latin American countries. And the emphasis was on those who conduct business based on BCG principles. The seminar also had another activity, which was the business networking luncheon. We wanted to present them with an opportunity to exchange some best practices among the Latin American embassies and the Thai government agencies, as well as the entrepreneurs from both sides, from the Latin American and the Thai companies who are interested in adopting the BCG business model Yeah, so this seminar, we were hoping that it will pave the way for a partnership in trade and investment, as well as in research and development between Thailand and Latin America in the major BCG-related industries that Thailand plans to promote. So in the end, we have successfully attracted more than 400 participants from the public and private sectors, international organizations, academics, the media, from both Thailand and the Latin American countries who attended the seminar in person, which is 400 is a lot more than we hoped for. But we also had, it was a hybrid seminar, so we had around 1,200 who participated virtually on the day or afterwards. So I hope I've given you a small glimpse of what the seminar was all about. And anyone who is still interested can watch the seminar on Facebook Live on the MFA Facebook fan page.
And could you please talk about the activities to promote relations between Thailand and Latin America and the Caribbean countries, please?
Well, last year we had a number of activities to promote relations between us. Of course, if you remember, the highlight of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs was the APEC summit. From Latin America, we had 3 countries who attended the APEC Economic Leaders meeting in November. And that would include President Gabriel Boric of Chile and also the then Vice President of Peru. She's Mrs. Dina Ercilia Boluarte Vergara, who is currently the country's first lady president of Peru. And lastly, we also had the distinguished representative from Mexico from their embassy here. We were hoping that, they would be impressed with Thailand's hospitality. So also in the bilateral sphere, we celebrated 3 anniversaries with our Latin American counterparts. We have first the 65th anniversary of the Thailand-Guatemala diplomatic relations. We also had the 60th anniversary of Thailand-Chile relations and the 40th anniversary of Thailand-Panama relations. These are just some examples of the long-standing friendship that we have nurtured with our partners in Latin America. So with Guatemala, our 65th anniversary, we sent them a gift. It's a statue. It's a bronze statue of Kinary. This was the initiative of our embassy in Mexico, who covers Guatemala also. This Kinary statue is being displayed at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Guatemala. We also granted a scholarship to a Guatemalan diplomat to study in Bangkok to celebrate our anniversary. This would be a lasting legacy of ours. And also, last December, in collaboration with the Ministry of Culture, who has graciously lighted up a building of Thailand's cultural center with the colors of Guatemalan flag, which is blue, white, and blue. It was very beautiful. Regarding Chile, our 60th anniversary with Chile, our embassy in Santiago, Chile, organized a painting competition and also the exhibition of those paintings around Chile. We also launched a logo for the 60th anniversary between Thailand and Chile. The logo is very pretty. It has the colors and the symbols of our 2 countries, red, white, and blue. It has a Thai elephant on it, and we incorporated a star from the Chile national flag. And also the Chilean embassy in Bangkok organized a reception and a study visit to Bangkok Planetarium for high school students to promote cooperation on astronomy between Thailand and Chile. Yeah, and also in addition, we also hosted the 6th meeting of political consultations between the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Thailand and Chile. And this was to strengthen cooperation between our 2 countries in all areas of mutual interest, but notably trade and investment, of course, and in technical cooperation. And last year, the 40th anniversary with Panama, the Embassy of Panama in Bangkok jointly organized a webinar with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, TICA, which is Thailand International Cooperation Agency. And this webinar is in order to exchange knowledge and best practices in the management of Panama Canal, which they are very famous for. And we had Thai authorities who attended the webinar. Also, to promote relations between Thailand and the Latin American Caribbean countries, we have 5 embassies in the region and 1 embassy in North America who covers all 33 countries. I'd like to highlight that they have initiatives in all areas, but in the area of soft power promotion, we had activities like the Muay Thai Roadshow, the Thai cooking demonstration, Thai festivals, and these have been organized in several countries in several cities across the Latin American region. Also, under the topic of soft power, in the past few years, our T-pop and the BL series have become very popular in Latin America, especially in Mexico, in Peru, in Chile, Colombia, and Argentina, and of course in many other countries. In fact, in December of 2021, a T-pop band called Phromyothi, they visited Mexico City and they had a live concert in Mexico. And surprisingly, they were able to attract thousands of fans to attend their concerts. And next month, in May 2023, the group Phromyothi is going to perform 2 live concerts in Mexico, in the capital city of Mexico City, and also in the city of Guanajuato. Yeah, and also for upcoming activities this year. Here in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, we have as a staple political consultations. This year, in fact, in the next 2 months, we have meetings with Argentina here in Bangkok. We will have a meeting with Brazil and Mexico. We will also take this opportunity to when we are visiting Brazil and Mexico, to join in the political consultations with them. We're going to promote economic partnership with them under the Latin Link program. This program, Latin Link, it has a goal of creating networks between the public and private sectors of the Thai and the Latin American countries, and also to exchange knowledge and best practices among us, so ultimately with the goal of forging a long-term cooperation in mind. And still in 2023, we still have the promotion of the BCG-related activities as a focus. So our embassies in Latin America have developed projects to further enhance cooperation in this field with their host countries. So, for example, in the case of Peru, our embassy in Lima is organizing a seminar to strengthen cooperation in sustainable food production, which is emphasizing on future food products. In Chile, our embassy in Santiago, Chile, will organize a seminar on the BCG, and this would be to explore partnership with countries under the jurisdiction of our embassy in Chile, which includes the country of Chile and the country of Costa Rica. These are countries very rich in natural resources and biodiversity, and they are also champions in the BCG-related activities. Yeah, so for those who are interested in joining the seminar, once again, we still have the embassy's Facebook pages. We still have the main channels of communication with the public. So aside from all of the above, we at the MFA, we have been working to distribute information and articles about the Latin American countries on our app. The app is called Discover Latin America, or DLA. This DLA app can be downloaded from iOS and Android app stores. You can also find the information on our DLA page on Facebook as well. So the objective of these articles is to create awareness on the Latin American region among the Thai people. So I hope this is useful information for everyone listening in. I'd like to thank you for giving me this opportunity to relate to you what we've been doing and what we are going to do with regards to the promotion of relations between Thailand and the Latin American and Caribbean region. Thank you again.
And that was Kun Nadariya Nopakun Phromyothi, Director of the Latin America Division from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs on the BCG economy, pathways to enhance partnerships between Thailand and Latin America and the Caribbean. With that, we conclude the program for this week. If you want to listen to this episode or the previous episodes again, you can visit the YouTube channel MFA Thailand, or you can check out our Facebook page, FM88 Radio Thailand English. Thank you so much for listening, and I will see you next time. I am Grace Nishikapumi. Happy Songkran Day. สวัสดีค่ะ
MFA updates